Hello guys, welcome to Programming Bro. I am RK. Now we're going to learn some modifiers in Java here. First, mainly we're going to learn basic two modifiers in this video. So I had just created in previous video I had just created a package here and I had created a class here. So first we're going to learn what is public modifier. First I'm gonna create a main method here. So type public void public static void main. Here is take an argument array. The type of array is take, it is a string, so we are going to pass a string array arg. You can type like arr, is on you. If I make rk, it's rk or rk is not going to show any error, but for professionalism we use arr or arg here. Just now I'm gonna cut this thing, just do like this. Now we have to copy paste this thing here. I'm not adding web development list because this thing is getting very awkward to me. No, sorry, or that here we had created a object of class 1 from which is declared in main.java. here you can access anything from anywhere, but you need a package here. First I'm gonna show you how to create a package. Means I had created, but I had paused the video when I creating. First you have to go file manager, then you have to go just where you have created your Java here. So just write it, use, then I am Java tutorials here. Just rc, then com. From rc your package has been started. com.basic.java rk means it is a file path which we use like a package here. Same, we get direct after src we get the main.java here, but we have to create com.basic.java. okay, you can make anything also, but you have to specify com here. You can specify anything also, you can specify java or many more things here. Just I'm gonna make like this here, otherwise my video will be stopped. So now let's go to our editor here. So we're going to learn modifiers here. First we had created a class we had created a class which is like this here. First I'm gonna create another class here, just I'm gonna cut this thing. Another thing, package makes our all files together here, so just cut these functions also. Sorry. Now here I'm just going to cut everything here. First we have to create a class using class keyword, then our class name. I'm gonna create student student here, then curly brackets here. We had declared a empty class here. First thing, I'm gonna create a constructor name and class names are same. If you don't know what is constructor, think just it is an function which runs automatically, this only, and it's not have any type or return type here. I'm gonna make a parameterized constructor, which what if you are getting a doubt what is parameterized constructor, think I'm gonna create a object of student here, just like stu1. Just I'm gonna create stu1, then our new keyword to create a new constructor, just like I'm gonna now constructor name here we get an suggestion. Now we had created like this. You want to make sure that sometimes we have to pass some parameters to constructor which returns something or anything. If I want to pass a value to constructor here, like just I'm gonna make like this. Yes, here I'm gonna make just rk. If I want to make, I'm gonna pass only a name here, then it's going to print the name. I'm gonna make like this. It's showing me an error because our constructor is not parameterized. So here you can make a variable like string, which take a string name, just like string name. Here we get our name has been this like this. Now just we gonna make system dot out name here, just like this here. If I run this thing, oh, class 1 is not declared in our here, so it's showing an error, but I'm gonna cut this thing. Just run this thing here. It asks which file you want to run. I want to run main here, so you can think rk. It has print rk here. If otherwise I have not called any method here, so when we create an object of a class, constructor automatically runs how it's going to be. Otherwise we can make a function here. If you want to make, you have created instance variables. If you don't know what is instance variable which belongs to an object is called instance variable. That variable not shared with anyone. Instance have its own variables like this here. If you don't know variables in classes, you can watch my previous video. I had explained what are the types of variables. So just I'm gonna make just variable. I'm gonna make instant variable. If you want to create an instant variable, you have to always make sure that you have declared when you are creating the class. Like you can create anything, but you can create instance variable anywhere, but not in methods. Not instant methods here. You have to make, and you not have to use static keyword. Otherwise, it's going to get a class level variable. So just we're going to make a string name here, just like name. Just I'm just declaring it here. I'm gonna make it anyhow. Here I'm gonna make assign name value of n here. Just I'm making like this. Now I'm not going to print like this here. I'm gonna perform a basic, just I'm gonna create a method which is public here. Means I can access this method from anywhere. Public void, which not written anything, just print. I'm gonna make it print, print print. Just create like this here. I'm gonna make just like we have just made this thing here. If I run the method here, just like this, we're not going to see anything because we not called our method here, which is print here. So just print, add print, just stud1 dot print here. Yes, we getting suggestions means it's working. Runs the file again, program, we get arc here. Sometimes we want to do some operation, we create an object, so you can use constructors here, parameterized constructor or default constructor. But in constructor we have three types of constructor. You can, in future I'm going to discuss about them here, but I'm just going to work on here modifiers. If you don't know what is modifiers are like this here. Only this: people is a modifier, private is a modifier, means which makes some give protection to variables or methods is called modifiers, and some makes publicly methods publicly useful is also modifier. Like think I'm just created a public here, just public. If I make this public, is going to make it, yes, I have created a public here. If I make it private, means I can use this method from any file of this package, like com.package.java rk here. I had make this private also here. I had created a name. If I run this thing, there is no change here. If I'm gonna change by here, think here, like I'm gonna change name from name, I'm gonna change name from stud1 only. Stud1 dot name is equal to, I'm gonna make it here, dot name is, sorry, first I have to remove this thing. Oh, what I had making it, yes, is going to get add everything r case, just I make it r case here, main, yes, it's get r case here. If I want to make that the user can't change this variable using methods and objects only, so I can use private keyword, means it's just this variable can change only in this class only, in not in another classes. If I make name is equal to like this, it's not going to show error because I'm changing the value of name in this class only. So just I'm gonna cut this thing here. If I gonna, it's showing error, so I'm gonna make this thing another. If I make here like this thing, I'm gonna create a object of just student, 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 stu2, stud2, then I'm gonna create a new constructor of student here, student, student. Yes, it is a parameterized constructor, so we are getting an error here. So I'm gonna pass a name here, just like bro, just like a bro here. Now I can, if I run the method here, there is no, we are not going to print anything. We have to call the print method here, print, but we had made this in our student class here. You can access class using objects here, so you have to specify object name, then a dot to make that it belongs to student class. Another we have to give an math brackets to make that. I had just made this thing here. We are going to print run in this thing. We have made this thing here now. Now if I make it public thing, if I make this public here, public, I can easily change this name, just like stud1 dot name, like this. I make it blank here. I make this blank here. So what will be the result? Is going to print blank only. Here, otherwise, if I make this public, I can change the variable from here also. Just like stud2 dot name, and name it is an attribute, so we are just like. Then I'm gonna call it after assigning the value here. Otherwise I just call it here also. You can see we are getting an oh sorry, I had made it you have seen that first is print bro, then is print a blank string here. So you have to think why we need modifiers to protect our variables. If you are getting this thing, otherwise is a thing here, we have made this name and this thing here. We can make this, we can add conditions also here. So conditions, I had make you learn some conditioning just, but I have not make tell you that how to use them in our program. So just I'm gonna make a single bit of, just I'm gonna set a statement which help you to make this only. Just like this, then like this, just. But a good practice is always store your condition in a variable. So just I'm gonna save it in boolean. It is a boolean type, so just boolean. Then just I'm gonna set it con here, con condition. Just like here I'm gonna add a condition of condition. What condition I'm gonna add it? If name is equal to blank, sorry, is equal to means it is comparing two variables here, sorry, two strings. You can think here, if n, sorry, n, if n is equal to blank, if no is equal to, just I'm gonna use not here, not, I can make here also, just not equal to like this, not equal to blank, then runs this condition. Like just I'm gonna run con here or print here. Otherwise print else, you can add a else statement. I'm gonna make a particular video for this conditioning here, so just make it system dot println, just sorry, just I'm gonna make sorry, we can't assign a empty string to student name. I'm gonna make like this student name here. I had made this thing here. Now if I run the method here, I'm gonna make rk.main here. We get and print because we have just removed this thing. We are making an constructor here. Always make sure your variable is private here. Sometimes public also work, but private give you more protection than public. If you want to make your variable public, from anywhere you want to change the variable, you can make that using public modifier. Another here I had made it private here, so just condition here, we had a condition, just I think I make it blank here, just like blank. What can we get here? Oh sorry, unknown field name of com dot, what is where I'm getting the error. Oh, in this here, sorry, here we have make it private, so it's seeing getting an error here. Just cut this thing. Oh, just alt S, alt E to execute, then select main. Here we get sorry, we can't assign a empty string name student to student name. I had forgot to add a 2 here, 2 here. If I make this here to here, we can add here also, we can create a boolean here, boolean variable, boolean, then it's gonna make a check here. Just I'm gonna make check, boolean check, check this condition, check this condition. If name is equal to null, means it doesn't have any value, null, just print this here, this, just write if you don't know what is if, just is it is a function. You can think it is a function here, but it is not a function. You can think like that. Just make this, I'm gonna assign check here, check if equals to, just I'm gonna make here like this, here like this, is not equals to this, alt X, then alt V, just we have made this. If we get boolean value false here, then we have to run another statement like else here. If this value had get false, then this value get executed. If this get true, then it's not going to execute a block of statement which we written in else here. So just making this system dot just no name, just I'm gonna make no name assigned, just like no name assigned. If I runs here, no name assigned, here we get. If I make here something like RK bro, like this, if I runs method here from this, just RK bro, we get this thing. Using if else condition, you can create some conditions, you can add some conditions to execute the code some particular statements. Like we can make like this here, oh sorry, alt shift F to make format our code here, just like this we had formatted here. Otherwise here we had made this thing. Sometimes the student's surname we have to change like this, so sometimes we have make spelling mistakes in our constructor, like constructor parameters. Like if I want to make RK, some RKs, I make it RKs bro. I had stored this data, I have stored this data in my database here. So we use SQLite, I think SQLite database in Java. In that we have stored our this variable. Now I want to change this variable. I can't recall the student one again. When I have stored here the data in my SQLite database. So we have to create a method to make sure we have to assign new values. So you can create a method which is public From any class I'm gonna access this method, then void, for we are not going to anything changes. I'm going to set name. I'm gonna make it set name. If you make like this, you think alt s, or sorry, alt shift s, I think. Selector, getter, setters and getters can be created by instance field only. If you comes here at name, if you press to if you add cursor on name, then control shift s, we had created getter setters for this here. It automatically generates the variable here. Methods which make change the name here. So I can change the name from here also. No, just like this, stud1 dot set name, which take a string argument, just like this. Here I'm gonna change it now, just archbro. I can add another method to update my database also, so just archbro here. I'm gonna make it main dot archbro. If I doesn't make like this here, control slash for comment, then run the method here. If I not specify that, I get archbro here. So we can change the variables like this. Now it is an advantage to us to make getter setters here. If you don't know what is getters and setters, the method which help us to set a value to one variable is called as setter, and which method help us to get the value is called a getter. To this video we had learned much thing here, so just bye bye. In next video we are going to talk about some more features of Java and some constructors types also here. So bye bye. Let's meet in next video. Just pause the video here.